Hello everybody, good morning, hope you're doing well. Welcome to Bitcoin Daily, 9 a.m. Central European time on the dollar. We do this show every day, Monday to Friday, because we gotta know what's happening in Bitcoin altcoins and everything else. This is Phil, just for checking the chart for somebody. Bitcoin is doing okay-ish. If you look at a 4-hourly time frame over here, we are looking like we are curving a little bit, but you know, we are sitting here at 52k for a while now, and waiting for this pullback into the liquidity zone below us. Where is the liquidity zone? Right over here, down below us over here. And you know, pick up that liquidity and then maybe, you know, pump after that. But I always say, like, if you sit at, you know, certain level at the top for a, you know, extended period of time without actually seeing some kind of, you know, major sell-off or anything like that, like it is very unlikely that it is some kind of top. But I did know that, you know, I do sense a little bit bearishness all around the, you know, X and other places. So I was like, did everybody suddenly, you know, turn bearish at 52k? Why? Why would you turn bearish at 52k? So that's the big question. Larny Lou, good morning, long time no see. How you doing? We can chat, yeah. Yeah, I figured out, like, you know, Bitcoin Daily, you know, you can chat. Did we make it yet? Soon. Fed minutes pause. I don't know what Fed minutes are. Cake is about to explode. Let's check out Cake. We always go to the weekly time frame. About to explode. It did already explode. Cake already exploded, guys. Cake already exploded. But this was the first move. 4x towards the upside, resistance levels up here. Where is nice up here? It is close, but I think, you know, it's gonna be next month maybe, because it needs to get above the 10 moving average. It needs to get above these resistance highs and this resistance up here, and then the explosion. The big moves, I think, it's gonna come once, you know, these coins start getting out of these accumulation zone levels. Over here, I mean, over here technically there is three accumulation zones, 1, 2, 3. So this first one up here is getting broken right now. This one at 2.9, and then you got this at 4.7, and then you got this, you know, this box up here, that needs to get above as well. You know, so it's gonna take a little while for Cake, but I'm not really that bullish on Cake though. Unfortunately, I'm not bullish. Cas bag explode again. Cas is actually doing well. I think I saw it like 10% up today. Didn't it go? Yeah, Cas actually explode again on daily time frame. You can see up here right now, it is up 11% towards upside. I actually did see this right now just before the stream, and yeah, it is exploding again. Not only that, it's going above this you know, resistance level up here at the top up here. So Cas is definitely doing well, for whatever reason, but it already did like 100x from the bottom, guys. This thing already did 100x. This thing already did 100x. So, you know, if you bought down here at the bottom, right, in October on the launch day, you know, even any kind of these moves towards the upside, these were the big moves. I mean, I think it can definitely, you know, do a nice moves towards upside, but I don't think it's gonna do, you know, 100x or anything like that, but this is doing well. So everybody likes stuff that pumps like 10-20% a day, so that's good. My country said I cannot use BitChat anymore, so I'm a brave citizen and close position there and sell BGB and remove money from the exchange before the deadline. Literally the same night, pumps 40%. Oh my god, yeah. +1. Hope everyone's well. Call crypto, I do, man. Yeah, that is that does happen sometimes, you know. You hear this kind of news, you know, and think, you know, maybe I should get out, and you get out and suddenly, you know, 40%. That's life, that's crypto life, unfortunately, you know, unfortunately. So what's happening? Vinet, do you remember? Vinet, do I remember you? Do I remember Vinet? What do you mean, man? All time. I remember old, you know, old guys. I remember old guys. Everybody who's been here before, I remember you guys. So let's go up here and check out actually what's happening with Bitcoin over here. We're gonna go to the chart that actually looks like a little bit more sensible up here. This over here, nice chart. We already got some kind of moving averages up here on the chart. We're gonna remove the moving averages for a second over here and just see what's happening. So this this channel up here that's you know, going towards upside right now. We're hitting this midline over here right now, and just before the midline up here, just before we hit the midline, and maybe, you know, right off here once we start dropping below the midline, there is this liquidity area right below us over here, right? So this stops up here and this bottoms down here. This is what we call the liquidity area, and this liquidity area is usually this empty space where price just, you know, suddenly pumps above that, you know, big time above that. Now if you do go pull back inside this area over here, you know, that would be liquidity area, that'd be nice, you know, pull back up here, consolidation, and then, you know, another one of these, you know, big explosive move towards, you know, 60k towards the upside. I still believe in the 60k, nothing has changed. We are still in the channel. On the bigger time frames up here, let's remove these lines over here. This is going a little bit too steep, you know, for my taste towards upside. I mean, over here. So, you know, if you look at it like this over here, it has, you know, big opportunity to, you know, pull back a lot, like 40, 47, 48. But I'm a little bit unsure where we're gonna start, you know, hitting these, you know, the resistance levels up here at the top side. All right, these support levels over here, that's all the way down to 49k, maybe even lower than that, but I would consider this bearish. If you go all the way down to something like 47, 647, I would be a little bit too bearish on that move towards the downside. You know, if you hit just, you know, down here towards the, you know, this stop line over here, that's around, you know, 49k. I mean, that would be okay, but, you know, I still believe that, you know, it's not gonna fall that much towards downside. Now that move towards downside over here would be something like 7% down. This move down all the way to the bottom of that would be 11% down. Now 7 and 11% down, it's not that big move, considering that we had bigger drops, you know, previously up here. Every single one of these drops was, you know, 20% move. This is a 21% move towards downside. Every single one of these drops was a 20% move, give or take, some a little bit more, some a little bit less, but mostly, you know, it was 20% move. So, you know, considering this move over here being down something like 7% to, you know, 11% towards downside, that's actually not a lot, you know, a lot drawback, but I still don't believe that's gonna happen. What I do believe right now is that we are gonna create some kind of, you know, new line over here, and there will be a new trend line over here going. So right now we are pulling very, very fast, but what we are gonna create right now is increase in price up here. So I think it's gonna go a little bit more towards downside over here, consolidate, and then, you know, do the move to 60k up here, right? So we're gonna increase in speed up here a little bit over here towards upside up here towards 60k, you know, that's what I'm looking for, right? This last move up here towards upside. Now we do remember that every time we, you know, talk about last moves, one more move up and stuff like that, oftentimes these moves don't happen, but you know, we are so far away, you know, from at least my first target at 58k right now. That's you know, another 10-12% up here. It was actually 10% on the dollar towards the 28k, my, you know, my target up here first, so 10% off. I still believe that there is a good chance to go all the way up there, because I think most people are looking at this, you know, 60k level and not the 58k level. But my box, if you look at a box over here, it goes from 58.7 all the way up to the, you know, 61.2. So where we actually hit on this move towards upside, whether it is going to be 58, you know, 60 level in the midline up here, or all the way towards the stops up here, doesn't matter. As long as we hit the box, I'm good. So there is that, but there is still 10%, you know, move towards upside. You know, when is that gonna happen? How are we gonna do that? That kind of depends. Where was the chart up here? This one chart. So looking at, so how is this right now, this move gonna, you know, play out? How much pullback? Are we just gonna, you know, do this move up here and right back up there again towards the upside? I mean, that can technically happen, right? So over here, there's also this bigger channel up here that's playing out. I think it goes something like this over here, give or take, something like this up here. And as you can see up here, even, you know, this channel up here, we are out of that channel. Now the bottom of this channel is around, you know, 49.6k, give or take. So this box that we are talking about, you know, pulling back down to the box 49.7, it can definitely happen, right? On the 4-hourly time frame, the liquidity area down here again, you know, we can put a lot of, you know, confluence between these levels up here. Like we said, 50k down here on the bottom, it could overshoot that, go all the way down to 47, but I would assume, you know, inside the box up here, and it's pretty much good to go, because even if it goes down a little bit more, I mean, that's all the same. But I should assume if it does go down over here, the, you know, 50k levels down here, and then a bounce off the 50k levels, because this does actually in fact look very, very good. Let me just extend this box up here towards the top up here to see how this actually plays out. And you can see up here that we are just above that if you just extend all the way through. But I don't think this is the channel though. I don't think this is the channel, because if you look at it over like this over here, this midline up here is not actually that nice. But if you pull it all the way down here, then you get this very nice midline over here somewhere, right? You get these very nice stops, you get these nice bottoms, right? This consolidation up here is a little bit overextended, but you know, these midlines over here and this looks very nice. So, and over here you can see there are almost no closes beside these two first. There are no closes on the chart, so these are just overshoots trying to break this channel towards the upside, which it actually failed. Also over here you'll see that once this line actually got broken, we actually managed to hold that line, retest that line on the dollar, and continue towards the upside. So I don't still see that we should just for whatever reason fall back below 49.7 over here, and that doesn't seem to be, you know, causing any problems. Again, this trend over here that's right now going on, will we come all the way down to the trend up here to the midline again? I will consider that very bearish. On the other hand, I do believe that right now maybe something like this up here we go and increases the trend. So we go down, pull back a little bit more, create this, you know, pivot point over here, because price doesn't go like this towards the upside. It goes up, down, right? And these pivot points that are being created on the chart, these pivot points that are being created on the chart, they are very, very important, because they are the ones that actually give us, you know, these very nice trend lines. So what we are doing over here right now towards downside, we are only creating this, you know, trend line right now. So we are pulling back to create this pivot point on the downside, create this trend line where you can actually draw it, and then we go towards the upside and do something like this up here, then break the trend and then go towards the downside. But right now the trend is not broken, guys. The trend is actually not broken. This trend line up here is intact, this trend line is intact, we are above the lines up here. It is really hard for me to be bearish right now. Yes, we are here a little bit high on the daily time frame at around something like 80 levels or something like that, but if we pull a little bit, we'll pull enough down here towards the 60 levels over here that we can actually go again towards the upside up here to this move towards the upside. Let's go to the weekly time frame. You'll also see on the weekly time frame that we are getting a little bit high up here towards the upside, but nothing extreme, over here. And these are 80 levels right now. I mean, technically it's a little bit extreme, but you can see up here that once we hit these, you know, 84 levels, we're only down here, right? It's only this extension towards the upside. You can see up here how it start pulling back during this move towards the upside up here. It was pulling back hard. It was pulling back really, really hard towards the upside. But, you know, these 80 levels came, you know, down here. So it is a little bit early to say that, you know, looking at the, you know, RSI and saying that we are at some kind of top. 80 levels up here again. You can see that these 80 levels get hit all the time on the move towards the upside. This is another one of these indications, right? We went up there, pull back a little bit, continued up here, hit this, you know, overextension, pull back a little bit. Like you get to hit these, you know, these 80 levels a lot of times, and you pull back a little bit, and you just continue towards the upside. It does not mean it's stop. That's all I'm saying. You know, could it be top? Yes, it does not mean it's stop. It could mean stop. It does not mean it's stop, right? So that's what I'm saying. But yes, we are a little bit, you know, getting into that extended zone up there, but you know, everything, you know, everything else looks fine. You know, the MACD is again gaining momentum. My indicator up here is getting a little bit high up here, but nothing, you know, extreme. So we are not on any kind of extreme levels, and we are bullish, right? So we are in a bullish bull market. We are bullish, and yes, we are breaking certain levels towards the upside. The fact that this channel up here actually broke towards the upside up here is extremely bullish. So this pullback towards the downside, I'm just looking for the pullback. That's it. I'm just looking for a pullback towards downside, dips off for buying. It is good time to be alive. The halving is on 17th of April, so it's exactly 2 months left. Today is the 17th of February, so exactly 2 months left. So right over here, February, let me just go like this over here. And right over here, where is it? March, April, 17 April, there we go, 17 April, give or take over here. So this is the halving date right over there. That's the halving date, give or take. This is on 4-hourly time frame, but we are very, very close, right? And if you look at a daily time frame up here, it seems even closer. If you look at a weekly time frame, there is not much time left, guys. There is not much time left. It's gonna happen soon. Wait, let me just remove a couple of lines up here so we can see it nicer. Remove this, remove this, remove this, and let's go to the weekly time frame over here. We are on the weekly time frame. You can remove the channel as well. Over here, we are on the weekly time frame, and right now we are coming to this hovering up here. On the monthly time frame, we are as squeezed as you can get. You know, it is very, very short time. It's gonna take like something like, you know, 60 days, 2 months, but it's gonna go very, very fast. I don't think we're gonna have to wait that long for halving. Bitcoin halving clock, right? So if you look at Bitcoin halving clock, right now we have 59 days, less than 60 days left, 20 hours, 50 minutes, 19 seconds, 132 milliseconds, estimated 2024 halving date, April 17, 2024. It's getting close, guys, it's getting close. And it looks very, very nice. It looks very, very nice. So over here, there was this, you know, channel up here that broke towards upside. You can see up here how nicely this actually played out. Look at it, you know, retest down there, and right now we are pulling back towards upside. Let me see if this is actually, even the doubling of the channel is actually breaking towards upside right now. Let's triple the channel towards upside up here. The midline up here comes to something like, you know, 56 or something like that. A little bit later it comes at 57 over here. But we are breaking even the doubling of this channel over here. So if you do it like this over here and you double the channel towards upside, you can see up here that we are above that. Now this is a weekly time frame, it's not yet closed yet. It can pull definitely back inside of it before that, but we're gonna check it out once you start pulling back over here, because this does look like it's curving towards downside. This does look like it's curving towards downside, so I'm getting a little bit I'm getting more and more confident that we will hit the liquidity area over here. That's again between the 51.3 or something like that, you know, and 50.4. Now everything below that might be overshooting some levels, but I do believe right now that, you know, this liquidity area, you know, we are going down there to pick up the liquidity, get everybody bearish, maybe even go below 50k to get everybody scared, and then, you know, pump towards upside. So we're gonna see that. What's up, the beauty? How you doing? The pullback might come right after the halving, right? The big pullback, yeah. I mean, the pullback that I'm talking about right now, it's just, you know, the pullback on the small time frames. It's trading pullback, you know. Yeah, a little bit overstand. And you can see the range over here. I mean, the range is pretty long. We've been in this range for a while right now over here, right? So we're not gonna pick that wick up there. This range up here at the top, we've been in this range for a while right now. Anytime you get, you know, any kind of, you know, consolidation ranges, a lot of liquidity gets, you know, created on the downside. Now why is that? It's because all of these people that are going long, and stuff like that, they're putting their stop losses right below these wicks down here. You know, they're going, you know, degen leverage longs towards upside, right, over here at the very top. And usually these things, you know, from whatever these levels are, you know, it could be, you know, we're not gonna say that they're gonna be, you know, liquidated down at, you know, 8%, that we have to go down to 47 just to liquidate anybody with 10x. If you got a less, you're not gonna get liquidated probably, right? But you know, these, you know, 50x loans and stuff like that, they all get liquidated below these levels on the downside. But most importantly is that, you know, before they actually get liquidated, they have been conditioned and learned that, you know, you should put your stop loss below these, you know, previous wicks down here, because, you know, reasons. And price always goes down there. So there is that, right? But yeah, the pull, you know, the pullback down here is the trading pullback, right? It's trading pullback. What I'm looking for, bigger pullback, is the move up here to, you know, 58 to 60 levels up here, and then we have a pullback. Now the pullback that we are talking about does not have to come. It might just consolidate sideways. And I think this is gonna be, you know, very, very bad time for a lot of people if he consolidates for on sideways. And I think it might actually be bigger probability for a consolidation than actually pull back towards downside. And the reason for that consolidation, if consolidation does happen, again, everybody who did not buy these moves towards upside, you know, these big fast quick moves towards upside, anybody who, you know, thought that this was, you know, gonna drop down and did not buy these big fast moves towards upside, right now they are still hoping, yeah, it's gonna go to 60 and then I'm gonna come back to 30k. I understand the psychology behind it. I understand why people are waiting for that pullback right now. They're like, okay, just a little bit more because everybody says it has to pull back. But what just if we don't pull back, we just go sideways? That will kill everybody, literally everybody who did not buy the move down, you know, and they are still watching this, you know, after, you know, this was before the halving, because the halving came over here. So this guy was before the halving, you know, big pullback, big, you know, black swan event, big dumps, right, just before. So they are looking at, you know, after that, you know, might actually happen again, right? And they're also going back down to, you know, 2014 up here, and there was also halving over here. Let me just be there was also halving right up here, right? And after halving up here, there was a big dump after halving up here, give or take, from the top to the bottom. That was like, you know, 40% dump. I am like, it can happen, but I think everything, you know, considering everything, that, you know, let's say we hit 60k up here, you know, this pullback down here. Imagine if you only get 10% pullbacks, a couple of times, like 3-4 times 10% pullbacks, maybe even a week down up here. Maybe it's gonna be 20% pullback. 20% pullback will pull you back just above these levels over here at 45k, and people are still gonna be talking about whatever, you know, lower levels. We're gonna go back to 30, it's over, it's gonna go back, you know, whatever, right? But, you know, I'm just saying, don't make it your, what are you gonna say? Don't make it your total thesis that it's gonna go down to 30k and believe in that so hard that you just refuse to buy in, right? So once we get 60k, a lot of people will think we're gonna go down. But if a lot of people miss the bottoms, miss the dips, miss everything because they did not buy low enough. So they need this price to go down a lot lower to buy. And the way I see it, and let's check out altcoins right now. Doesn't mean what kind of altcoins. We always take ADA up here for whatever reason, so we're gonna check out ADA up here. So over here, right, everybody right now, you know, they were watching this move towards downside, just bleeding forever. It's gonna die, it's dead, it's over, it's bottom, bam, right back up there, up again, right? These highs over here, right? And right now it's pulling back up here towards upside. It might do, you know, this move over here, right? It actually consolidates it, right? But people might think, no, it's gonna come back down again and I might buy it. It really doesn't matter. The way I see it right now, it really doesn't matter if you buy over here or over here or over here or over here. I mean, it's already down there. So, I mean, when it was going towards downside, it was really important, you know, to try to time the bottoms because, you know, you get these big moves. But right now, I think the dollar cost averaging on every single dip, it is legit. This already pulled 40%, so hoping for another 40% towards downside, I think it's a little bit, you know, weird. But let me show you something, guys. Let me show you something. So if you look at this chart over here, this is the next halving on the 17th of 18 April, give or take. This is the next halving, right? And over here is 2025. And sometimes in 2025, there will be some kind of top, right? At least, you know, the theory is so far that, you know, it could be before that, you know, second half of 2024, first part of 2025. But, you know, there will be some kind of top up there, right? Maybe even higher than that, right? So let's make this very optimistic chart and push this, you know, box towards upside. Now, the way I see it, you know, I bought over here when it comes to altcoins, right? When Bitcoin capitulated, I bought over here. Everything, and it was just continued bleeding towards the downside. Everything below my buy point, is what we call a pain period. So this was a huge pain period over here. Okay, this was a huge pain period, but you know, technically, you know, I didn't worry because it will come eventually towards upside again. But right now, regardless of where you're buying, you know, here is the top and it's gonna start going towards the top before that. I think between here and here, sometimes over here, it will start going towards the top. So it doesn't matter where you buy. This part over here, it doesn't matter how much it dumps towards downside. Of course, we want to buy the lowest way possible, but there is not much of this, what I call, you know, the pain period, right? Because this part over here is, you know, 6 months tops right now before it is higher than, you know, 0.58. I mean, this pain period is so small that, you know, I had to endure this big, you know, pain period from, you know, I bought, you know, Cardano over here to Cardano over here. I mean, this pain period was, you know, extremely long and it went down like 60-70%, right? Totally bought at the wrong time. But right now, you know, there are two options. Number one, if it does go down, the pain period is not that long. Number two, getting back to the, you know, 0.25 is highly improbable. Highly improbable. Can you pull back a little bit more? Definitely. Can you get, you know, lower levels? Maybe. Dollar cost average. I don't know what to tell you, but the pain period is not gonna be that long. The pain period over here is very short period of time, and you know, it's survivable. I mean, it's so easy. It's so easy right now because everything is so bullish, right? There are no bad news. Some bad news, but nobody cares about bad news, right? Over here, you know, it's really hard being inside this pain period because everybody tells you everything is dead, you know. This pain period was hard. This pain period is very easy. Not an easy chat, guys. Diamond hands. There we go. I think the top will be November 2024. It might be. I mean, it's very close to you know, 2025. So I'm saying, you know, I'm saying 2025, first half of 2025. I actually don't know. I really don't care because once it starts going towards upside, you know, we will figure it out on the way towards upside where the top is, right? It could come before, it could come after. There is that because of the solar eclipses. Oh, it might be that. Will you be covering Matic? Sure, man. Why not? There is one thing I want to show you for Matic. I don't know how legit this is, guys. By the way, before we move on, BGB is up, BChat's up, you know, another 20%. This is Sia Coin, yeah, Sia Coin up 20%, Caspa up, Phil up. Of course, he's asking me about Phil because he's up like 6%. But on the day, most of the VeChain is pulling back 12% towards downside by the dip, guys. But it's up 50% on the week, though. Everything's up 50%, right? So over here on the daily time frame, you'll see CAS up 15. On the weekly, it's actually up only 18%. On the daily time frame right now, let me see up here. So this, what is DYM? It's on the week is down 3.6. On the day is down 7.1. On the month is not even there. I want to check this out. What is this DY? What was it called? DYM. Where is the DYM? Is this the DYM? DYM. What is DYM? I want to check it out. DYM. Was it DYM? DYM. What is DYM? Dimension. Weird spelling, sure. Logarithmic chart. New coin. Very new coin. DYM. What is DYM? Dimension. Dimension. Start up here on February 6th. This is a new coin. Dimension. Did I stumble upon something that I should double check into? So Osmosis contract, something on Osmosis. Home of the roll apps. Dimension is home for easily deployable lightning fast app chains. Everything is app. Enter Polta. Do they have? They don't have, you know, buy my shitcoin stuff on the front page, which is actually very good. Which is actually very good. Twitter, Dimension, 200 parent internet of roll. What's our roll apps? They are only that roll app. What does roll app do? Roll app is software on demand service that instantly delivers exciting third party SV applications to any web browser. Voice broadband 3G UK5. No, I don't know. I don't know what roll apps are. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Might double check this up thing here. The market cap is 1 billion and it just started. I don't know what it is. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It is down by a bunch. But let's go back to Matic. I'm gonna show you something on Matic, guys. I don't know how legit this is because you know Matic has been performing well. You can look at a chart on Matic. Matic chart, and Matic's actually doing pretty okay. Considering everything, right? Over here there are a couple of lines up here. Let's remove this one, let's move that one, let's move this. All right, let's move the halvening. Do we have enough lines over here? There are a couple of lines up here. This is a big channel, this is a small channel. Which channel up here? This is important. We're gonna remove this one up here. There we go. Okay, so this is actually looking very nice. It looks like it might actually break this channel up here right now towards the upside. Goes all the way up to the resistance at $2 up here towards the upside. Very nice. But down here it was capitulation. It is higher. It had one of these very major rallies towards the upside. Pull back big time up here. Created this bottom. Right now it's consolidating up here here again, it's gonna go up here towards upside. So the chart doesn't look that bad. The market cap on Matic is right now something like 10 billion or something like that, so it doesn't have that much upside when considering, like, it's not gonna do 30x and go over Ethereum. I mean, it can do that, but but it is definitely very good. Now the problem with it comes up here when you go to Polygon Matic up here and you look at the TVL volume. I mean, it just died. I mean, if you look at TVL volume right now, yes, it's almost at 1 billion, but it is not climbing up here again. It should be climbing, right? So if you look at any other chart, this is Ethereum chart, you can see up here climbing again. Why? Because we are coming into bullish territory. So everywhere, TVL should be climbing towards upside up here, right? If it's a good chain, it should be climbing towards upside. So over here, you can see BSC right now 3.8 billion, but it's climbing kind of slowly, but it's not that climbing that hard just yet right now. Over here, Arbitrum is climbing really steeply and fastly towards upside. And there is another one, Phantom up here. Let's go to the chains. And Phantom also looks pretty much dead when it comes to TVL. Where is Phantom up here? If you look at Phantom up here, for some reason, the TVL on Phantom is actually going towards upside. No, what? Wait, I posted this. I posted it in the chat yesterday. Let me double check that. What did I post? Did I see the wrong thing yesterday? Over here. TVL Phantom 2020. Okay. It was I had to expand this over here on the bottom side. You can see up here, I mean, it went dead towards downside. It's not climbing up here that much. 70 million on Phantom. So I don't know what's happening with the TVL, but it should be climbing towards upside up here. You can see how it was climbing up here towards the bull run, right? It should be climbing. TVL should be climbing. It's not climbing up here. Ethereum is climbing. Everything else is climbing, but Polygon is not climbing. Polygon is not climbing, Phantom is not climbing as well, Optimism is climbing like what, and a lot of these, look at Sui over here towards upside, look at this move towards upside, like it's climbing like, crazy climbing towards upside. Yes, it's a lot easier to climb fast when you have low levels, but it is very bullish, right? Even Pulse Chain is climbing towards upside up here. You can see up here is going towards upside, but Phantom and Matic are not doing that, right? So I'm a little bit, unsure what's happening, why they're not climbing. I'm not really good to, analyze these, on-chain metrics and stuff like that, but looking at the chart and looking at it's not climbing, I'm getting worried. Zeta chain, never looked at Zeta chain. What's happening Zeta? Zeta, probably MaxC's biggest. No, Zeta, is Zeta new stuff? It looks like new. Is this new? I don't know. Zeta chain. 500 million market cap. It is new. I like that. It is new. Let's check out the website. I always check the website to see if they have, buy my coin on the front page. Zeta white page. Okay, they don't have the, buy my token stuff on the front page. So it might be, legit, legit stuff, Zeta chain. I really hate when, the stuff has, buy my token on the front page, which I consider very bearish. Let's go daily time frame up here. Now there is nothing to analyze over here. I mean, it has this channel up here. That's it. During the pullback, it might even break below, and might create another one of these channels up here. But you're gonna see that. But there is nothing to analyze up here. Already took some profits off there. Was lucky on some coins this time around. Bridge cable. That's good. Taking profits is very good. Just don't miss the big bull rally. But I really understand your pain period. There you go. I mean, yeah, the pain period, like it happens. You buy at wrong time, it goes down, shit happens. But in the, in the long, only thing you have to figure out when you're looking at the pain period, like how long time do I have to be in here? And right now, the way we see it, it's gonna be like 6 months tops, and it's not gonna pull back like 70%. At least not the way I see it. What do you think of Cadena? Think it will perform in the bull run. Everything performed bull run, just how much. Polkadot's looking okay, even with the slight pullback. I haven't actually been hearing a lot about stuff about Polkadot. So I'm a little bit unsure when it comes to Polkadot over here. And last time, it did break up here, pulling back right now, but it's still below this zone up here, right? So it's still below 9.6, but these pullbacks are like on everything. You had the pullback. You had a pullback. So it's over. So I'm looking for this move up here, and then consider do this move up here. Maybe it's gonna do the move down over here, because right now it's going like this up here. Might do something like this and then break towards the upside. Doesn't matter. It's not above 9.6 just yet, and this thing also bled down pretty much forever towards downside. 37% pullback on it. Right now it pumped like 160%, but I'm a little bit unsure what's happening in Polkadot, and the all-time high, it only has 7x or something like that. 3x to the 50%, 4x to the 50%. So I don't know. I'm not really good at analyzing Polkadot and what's happening there, but it starts getting ready. Look at these moving averages. Look how nice this is. This big pullback out above the 10-20 moving averages. You can see up here how it hit the 10-20, hugging, went down, hit that, broke the 10-20 moving average, pulled back on the dollar, and right now it's going again towards the upside up here. Right, so that's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for. Plebs can chat. Cook, how you doing, man? Thoughts on one? Harmony one? I haven't looked at it. Guys, good morning. Just minimize my risks. I'm amateur investor, and apparently 9% takes a loss. I'm up significantly in numbers, so not doing too bad, I think, at the moment. Bridge cable, we are all amateur investors. We are all amateur investors. Guys, thank you for stopping by on Bitcoin Daily. It was a nice show. We did look at, and the pullback into this liquidity zone might be legit. But I'm still strongly bullish. Don't get too bearish when it goes down. Just think like this, like 6 months stops, everything goes up. It's not gonna take 1 year to go up. 1 year is the top, but it's gonna go towards the top before that. So I'm thinking 6 months stops, so dips are for buying, not a financial advice, but dips are for buying. Dips are for buying. The pain period is very, very short. Guys, thank you for stopping by. Enjoy the day. It was nice stream, and I'm gonna go and continue drinking my coffee and do stuff. Maybe buy some coins. I actually wanted to buy yesterday, but there was a thing that was stopping me. But today is the buy day. Maybe tomorrow when this dips a little bit. And the one coin that I wanted to buy actually went up instead of down. So I was like, God damn, why don't you go down? Have a good day, y'all. Bye-bye. Outro.